Hi everyone, this is Jillian Borden, Senior Marketing Manager for Philosophy, and welcome to the CEO Readiness for Philosophy. After watching this module, you'll be able to identify the significant changes to the 13th edition of Hurley's Introduction to Logic that will help you drive rollover success. This fiscal year, Hurley is our biggest revision and most profitable title coming down the pike in our shared lists, which means end-of-year sales numbers are very dependent on this title's success. Executing on successful roles is a big piece of this pie, especially since we have 60% market share with this title. Though we lead, we've suffered serious losses due to Oxford University Press and their competing title, Baronet's Logic. In order to win big, protecting the current business we have and making sure that these customers are attached and activated with digital is going to be crucial for this title's continued successes. In the print book, you'll want to focus on the new writing exercises, which involve students creating arguments of various kinds, definitions, fallacies, and symbolized expressions, and the How Logical Are You feature available in all chapters. These short, real-life scenarios, which replace the preview of the prior edition, engage students creatively with the themes of the chapter. The questions posed in the scenarios are answered online in MindTap. For MindTap, this includes the living logic simulations, a much-needed real-world context that provides additional practice opportunities and is the most significant new resource. The Learning Logic tutorial, which provides additional explanation and further practice with immediate feedback for students. The interactive ebook exercises that allow students to access a digital version of most of the print book exercises. And then the Applia exercises. These consist of over 6,000 problems and were available in the previous edition of MindTap, but Applia now boasts additional platform functionality that we'll discuss momentarily, and this will be especially important to your Applia standalone users for the 12th edition. So bear with me on this analogy here. When you're looking at Hurley previous edition users, you have three types. People who used print only, the Captain Americas of logic. They're old school, they have no digital attachment because they don't see the need. Then people who use Applia standalone, the Black Widows of logic. They have a tech that works for them and they stick to what they know. One weapon, easy and effective. Then there are the MindTap users, our Tony Stark Iron Man types, who like the innovative and probably want more out of their MindTap than what they were getting in the 12th edition. For the no digital customer, briefly review the standard benefits of MindTap, but then focus on our two new winning features, the living logic simulation for the real-world relevance in the course area where many instructors often struggle to relate concepts to students' lives, and then the living logic tutorials, which allow those students to obtain additional help and practice with difficult-to-master concepts in the book. As a bonus, the video tutorials from Pat Hurley are also a really great resource to show these customers. For the Applia customer, it's really about emphasizing what can be done beyond Applia and how it's helpful to the student. All of the Applia exercises are in MindTap, so for the same cost, MindTap provides them Applia plus the full ebook along with their study materials like videos, flashcards, and a study guide. However, focus on the living logic simulations and the learning logic tutorials, which again will help showcase real-world relevance and give them substantial additional practice activities in two really engaging formats that might help change the pace for different types of learners. Additionally, training will be provided globally for sales in regards to some awesome new Applia updates being added for instructors who are really stuck on loving Applia standalone. And these changes include the ability for instructors to write their own questions, to move questions from one assignment to another, to copy and move assignments between courses, and to add questions from the test bank and end of chapter resources. For instructors still using the prior edition MindTap, focus on our key new features that will make them want the 13th edition over the 12th edition. I know we've said it over and over again, but really that living logic simulation is going to be so huge for all of our customer profile types, the previous MindTap users included. The learning logic tutorials have received a little bit of a facelift, so make sure to go up to those. And then also talk about the Applia updates. These customers are also going to be interested in finding out about that new Applia functionality, since they had previously used Applia in MindTap. As far as MindTap chapters to demo, Chapter 3 really is your best bet. It's your go-to for polar bears. You have experience with this particular living logic scenario, and it's the one we had previously built the demo from, meaning that overall you have the most practice with Chapter 3, and our editorial team felt it was the most representative of all customer profile types for demo purposes. Chapter 3 is your winning example for all Hurley intro logic demos.